Hi, and welcome to a Papetti Math YouTube video tutorial where I'm going to be teaching you, Algebra 1. We're going to continue on our study of statistics here with two-way frequency tables. And in exercise number 2, we're going to look at this thing called relative frequencies. And it says to find relative frequencies, you're going to divide the frequency by the total number of data values. So fill in the table below with the appropriate relative frequencies. So again, to find relative frequencies, we will divide the frequency by the total number of data values. So let's do some work in each part of this table. So we have 12 and 16 over here. So as we saw before, that was going to give us 28 students. And we know that's out of 50 total students. So to get our relative frequency, we're going to divide 28 by 50 and multiply by 100 to get a percent, and that would give us 56%. Now over here we have 5 and 17. We know from above in exercise number 1 that gave us 22 out of a grand total of 50 students. And over here, if we divide that and multiply by 100, we get 44%. We're going to do that same thing over here. We're going to add up 12 plus 5, and we're going to have 17. We know that's out of a possible 50 students. And when we divide those to get a percent, we're going to have 34%. And finally, we're going to add up 16 and 17. We'll get 33 out of 50, which is going to give us 66%. So again, whether we add up the percentages horizontally or vertically, either way, we're going to see that they both add up to 100% of the people surveyed. So these percentages mean that 34% of the people surveyed have visited the West Coast, 66% of the people have not visited the West Coast, 56% of the students surveyed have visited the Gulf Coast, and 44% have not visited the Gulf Coast. So again, these are relative frequencies, and maybe a percentage might be more accurate than a number, because just because a number is larger doesn't mean it's going to have a higher percent, because it's based on the whole amount of information and not just one specific part. So if this video was helpful to find relative frequencies by adding and dividing by the total, then give this video a thumbs up to let me know that this video was helpful to you. Otherwise, well, not otherwise, but you can go on to exercise number 3 now to find the conditional relative frequency.